see, my goal is real simple. I don't look for answers. Answers are a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. One of the problems that Christians have with Mohammedans is they keep flooding Mohammedans with answers. But the Mohammedans are not asking any questions. They're just being flooded with answers. Answers are a dime a dozen. The world is full of answers to everything. Who cares? I don't look for answers. I look for the right question. Because that's all that matters. What saves a person is not answers. What saves a person is the right question. Because the right question will lead to the right answer. This is why I don't present evidence to Mohammedans. You present evidence to the judge. So these Christians that keep dumping information and evidence on Mohammedans are making the Mohammedan the judge. But the Mohammedan is not even asking for all this information and evidence. So the Mohammedan is going to judge and mock the Christians. Why? Because the Christians made the Mohammedan the judge. That's why you notice when I always say, this evidence is for the Christians, not you, Mohammedan. So when a Mohammedan tries to do the mockery of the judging, I say, Mohammedan, that was not presented to you. That was presented to the Christians. So Mohammedan, get back on my question that you ignored, that you're evading, that you're running from, that you're deflecting from, that you're trying to distract from. Mohammedan, you need to answer my question. So let's do this again with Mohammedan. And I'll ask a typical question like this. Mohammedan, you quoted this Bible verse, not me. So are you confessing that let's say John 17:3, Mohammedan, are you confessing that the only true God is the Father of Jesus Christ? Yes or no? Mohammedan, we need to hear that confession. Remember, the two words Mohammedans cannot stand is the first word is the word why. The second word is the word confess. So I say, Mohammedan, why did you hide this? Why did you hide that? Why did you hide this? Mohammedan, are you confessing this? Are you confessing that? Mohammedan, we need to hear that confession. Again, with Mohammedans, all I do is ask them questions. I don't present stuff to them. My job is not to educate Mohammedans. My job is to educate Christians. Because Mohammedans don't want to be educated. See, Jesus was not in the business of helping people that needed help. He was only in the business of helping people who wanted it. Jesus would ask the person, the crippled, the blind man, a question. Do you want to be healed? He didn't ask, do you need to be healed? He asked, do you want to be healed? If the guy says no, then Jesus just moves on. But when the guy says, yes, Lord, I want to be healed, then Jesus will heal him. See? Mohammedans need truth. Most of them don't want it. And when a Mohammedan wants truth, he'll find it. And he'll find it by the questions you're asking him. It's the questions that will point him in the right direction. But you got to ask him the right questions. Just dumping scriptures and data on Muhammad is stupid. It's a complete, utter waste of time. Because the Mohammedan doesn't want it. He needs it, he doesn't want it. See? And it's easy for his brain to shut off if you're just dumping stuff on it. But the brain doesn't shut off when you ask him simple but powerful questions. When you ask questions, stop answering the question as you're asking it. Keep it simple. None of this explanatory nonsense. Like they say, never complain, never explain. Just ask the question and watch the Mohammedan deal with it. He's not going, see, mentally he has to answer your questions, by the way. He's not telling you this. He's got to answer them. So when I ask Muhammad, what was your Allah doing before creation? He's got to think about this. He has to imagine his Allah doing nothing for all eternity. He has to think about his Allah being silent for all eternity. He has to deal with the next two questions. Why was your Allah the God of eternal doing nothing? Why was your Allah the God of eternal silence? Tell us this, Muhammad. This is the problem with your model of God. It's not the problem with us Trinitarians. It's not the problem with Yahweh, but it is the problem with your Muhammadan Allah. You need to answer this. See, these are questions that may put you in the judgment seat, because you're going to judge him if he starts lying, deceiving, deflecting, running, evading, distracting, giving unrelated, stupid speeches. You can judge him. You can humiliate him. And it's okay to humiliate Mohammedans because this is part of their culture. If you can humiliate Mohammedans because they're running from you, in their culture, they're losing. You're winning. And of course, the open-minded Mohammedans who actually are open to truth will see this. So if you want Mohammedans who want truth to find truth, simply ask them the right questions. That's all you got to do. You don't have to flood them with information, data. You ain't got to do all this scripture dumping and data dumping. You don't have to spend all this time trying to educate him when he's not asking for it. Just ask him questions. You just sit back and wait. That's all. These questions take a toll on Mohammedans, but every night they got to think about your questions. Again, to find the right answer, you got to ask the right question. These Christians, most of them, are not asking the right question. When I review all these Mohammedans that came to Christ, what I find almost without exception, outside of them seeing an actual vision of Jesus, almost all of them, without question, left Islam because of a question that they eventually have to face and answer. So may God bless the open-minded Mohammedans, and God bless them all. And hopefully the right questions will lead them to Christ. So God bless everybody. Everybody have a nice day.